Hi guys, welcome back to Freaking Jeep. My name's John and I wanted to go over a couple other things about these bags that I got. I don't want you to get the impression they're a low quality bag. They are a high quality bag. I think they were a good price for the money, or you get something good for the amount of money you spend, so I think they're worth that. They just don't work in my application, or I haven't found a use that I'm happy enough with them. Another thing that I found, I don't know that you'll see, and I found it the other day. Now, a couple people sent me comments, which were good. One of them was to roll these back, and I guess you could do that. But this bag isn't a want to roll you back kind of bag, but I guess it's doable. But that's an inconvenience that I just don't want to deal with. See how it keeps coming out? And another guy said, gentleman said, and you know who you are, you can leave a comment tonight, because you leave a comment just about every night. Just tie them back. Somebody said put a spring on them and put a spring on and hold them up. Yeah, that's kind of a pain in the neck. Put a squeeze clamp and clamp them back, and that seems like that might be doable, but I couldn't find my clamps, so that ain't happening. And most of the time, I don't think the people that are loading these, I guess you don't see my head in there, which probably just as well, are not unloading them. Because you can, I'm pretty sure that you can dump these. I think there's a dumping thing on the other. But another thing that I noticed is a lot of these, I was getting a lot of mold in these, because I wanted these for slab wood. And if you got a flat and they were just falling in there as you're cutting them, they stuck together. Here's another one that's got, they had mold on them, and it doesn't, you can see the that's wet. That is flat out wet, and that was down at the bottom. So when I stack these in a normal crate, and you start stacking them, you got to overlap on my hair. And so I was trying to get away from doing more work and more work and more work. I mean, if you don't try nothing, if you don't try something new, you're always going to have what you have. So it's always good to try something new. They're just not working out the kind of way I wanted to. So if I want them to be able to cut and go up and drop in the bag and be done, and then I'm done with them, pick them up and set them. Now I could do that in the totes, but I didn't want to give up the totes. This is what I call low quality wood. I didn't want to give up the totes for low quality wood. I wanted to put the good quality wood more in the totes or the wood boxes. I'm still preferring the wood boxes over the totes that I make. And so anyhow, that was just a little bit more. I didn't want anybody to get the wrong impression that I didn't like these. I think the bags are great bags. They just don't work for me in this situation, what I wanted to do. And the other reason that I got the bags was, at the time I got them, I'm pretty sure I was all filled up with totes, all filled up with wood boxes, all filled up with anything, and I was going, where in the heck am I going to put more wood? And now I have enough empty stuff I could put the world of wood in. I'm using the wood faster than I'm making it, so I have a lot of empties. So anyhow, that was just a little bit follow-up. We're going to go back, well, by the time you see this, we're already been back there. All right, well, I don't know how to do what I'm doing. I did this because I'm here. Haven't checked any mouse traps yet, except for the ones in the house. No more mice. We'll be back in a little bit. Stay tuned. Bye-bye. That's kind of what I mean by it's kind of difficult to get the stuff out of there. It was easier when it was full. We'll see you. Bye. Hi guys, welcome back. We are at a steam boiler, and I've been selling everything. And I'm not going to sell this one. Not planning on selling it yet anyway. I still got hankerings for it. It would never pass boiler inspection anymore, but I hydro it up to 40 pounds, and then I go ahead and I'll steam it and run the engines on about 10. If you go into past videos, you can see where I had all this stuff for sale on, I had it for sale and then I put it on YouTube so people could see them all running. There's 3 engines, there's one over there and one over there. Anyhow, back about the same time I got that boiler, I bought another boiler in here. And this one was to, well, I got it for one thing and then another thing and then another thing. And then the next thing you know, time got a hold of me and I ain't got none of it out. Anyhow, so I'm going to try to get that out of here and put that for sale. So my project today is somehow get in here and get this out of here for sale. Looks like, I don't know how I put this thing up here. This is a 1/2 inch thick, 24 inch round, and I know I can't pick it up. So I got to go get some help, machinery, diesel help, but I don't know if I can reach in. This is the stuff that I got with the that new tractor that I got. I put it in here just to kind of get it out of the way. So I might have to move that down. That's a big pneumatic valve there that I'm a pack rat hoarder and just got it. And as you can see up here, I don't know if you can see the V, this barn, that 6x6 is rotten and coming down. So trying to get things out of the barn, just trying to sell stuff. Some good, some bad. Man, I went through 1,000,000 tons of this morning before I got out. I didn't get out till 2. It's probably 3 o'clock now. I've done checked the mouse traps. I've never had such a light mouse trap season in my life. This is really crazy. There's 2 of them that were set off. There's one over here. This barn was always good for a lot of mice. And I have to set this trap here and then put it up way back in there. And it was trapped and empty of food in there. I don't have any more food, but I have to put it in there and put all sorts of stuff in there, because if there's a mouse in there, well, I came in, this trap was down there. That's why they're chained. There's so many raccoons in this barn. The whole upstairs is just full of 3 or 4 inches of raccoon poop, and I'm sure that if you look around here on the floor, there's footprints there, there's footprints there, there's footprints all over here. Some of those are mine, but most of them are raccoon. I don't think that one's mine there, but anyhow, if there is a mouse in one of the traps in here, they usually take the trap. That's why I started chaining them down. Anyhow, I got to start the tractor, and you guys know that that's always a pain in the neck because it never likes to start. And one of these days I might fix it. It's only been doing this for 10 or 15 years, but I don't use the old tractor that much. Kind of don't think it's going to start. But we will give it a go. It's in neutral there. It's in neutral there. The emergency brake is on. We're giving it gas there. Usually this goes click, 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 but it's a little warmer today, so it might not. Nothing. I probably got the starter on hooked over on the other side, because I've gone through everything on there I can basically imagine, except for the thing that's wrong. I haven't found that yet. And I'm kind of tired of looking for it, to be honest with you. I'm guessing I got this on hooked. I can't see, and I know you ain't going to be able to see. Yeah, it's on hooked. It might go off now that it's now it's a little bit warmer. I've changed everything you can imagine. Don't tell me to change this or try this or try this or do this or do that, because it has all been done. And it'll click, click, click. Like it's got a dead battery, it's got a new battery in it. It's had the starter. Nothing. That acts like there's a PTO or something engaged. I'm not getting nothing now. Huh. That's in neutral. Maybe I put it in gear. I must have put the transmission in the transfer kit. No, that's 4-wheel drive. I might have that. Oh. Nothing at all, huh? Maybe the battery's dead after that super cold spell. Usually it clicks. Nothing. I'll be darned. It's not a clutch that you got to press in. This is in neutral. This is in neutral. I might have put that in the wrong spot. There it goes. Now you're going to say, oh, it's a dead battery, it's a bad solenoid, it's a bad starter, it's a bad this, it's a bad that. I don't really think it's any of those. I know you really can't see. So I don't get any all those, it's this, it's this, it's this, it's this. Like I said, I've changed the ignition switch. There are also fusible links down here. I put new fusible links in. I've put new, what do you call it? I can't think what I'm thinking of. All the switches that would control it, because it's just one big circuit. And usually if I jump start it this way, if I get the wire just right, it's hard to get in here with my hand, and I know you can't see nothing. I know. I think I hit sparkler mode. I thought I had it in the, I can't see where I'm going. A little dark in here. I guess you can see that. Ouch, this wire is now like hot. Alright, we might get it now. I don't know that I have it turned on over here. Yeah. It is cold though, and it hadn't started in, I don't know, a long time. I gotta find where that wire plugs in. Come on. Come on. Sometimes I do good at this and get it real quick, and I just saved the jumper wire. I put a new relay on the starter, but you can see the relay doesn't need to have a new relay on the starter, because when you hit it with this little wire, it starts right off. What else have I done? Well, it's got a good battery. You can see it turn the battery over when it's stone cold, and I didn't even hit the the warm-up things. What else? I've changed the neutral switch. I've changed the PTO switch. I've changed the ignition switch. Somewhere it's losing electricity going down to the, but it's still, you can hear it activating that relay. So anyhow, I'm going to get it out and get some stuff, and then we'll get back in here. Probably take the stuff off top there. I think I'll leave you guys right here. I got to move that stuff down. I don't want to take a chance of hurting it. I'll be back in a little bit. Stay tuned. Like normal, I'm fluttering from one thing to the next, one thing to the next. Anyhow, the wife came down and was going to help me put that on top of here, but I never finished putting that grommet in the way it should be properly. But anyhow, I was doing this. Hear that squeak? I said, what's going on here? Well, I put this over it. The squirrels ate the gas cap. Now, I don't know if you can see it. See those are teeth marks where they're running their teeth through. And there's some more teeth marks over there. There's teeth marks over there. They also did a little bit of damage, but not enough on the gas tank. You can see, no. That does not look fresh though. That might have been another time, but that's fresh. And not this time, but a few years ago, they ate the gas tank on that one. They ate the gas tank on the other mower. So anyhow, I'm heading up to, before I do any lifting, I got to take that up there and get air in the tires, because a couple of them go down all the time. So be back in a little bit. Hang in there. Well, I got you guys out of my pocket. I went up and I aired the tires up in the Bobcat. I picked up that thing down there, which you can't see. That's the handiest tool to have. And I forgot that I wanted to get that rack of wood and put it on the other side, because now I opened a space over there, and then it will then access me to those pallets that I want. I don't think I can go in and get this with one hand and run you around, so we'll be back in a minute or two. We're at 441. See ya in a bit. Bye. Well, here we are back at the boiler again. Got the Bobcat, got the air in the tires, got the wood moved, got this, that, the other thing done, got a pallet out to set this on. So I'm going to try to lift this piece off of here. And I guess when I was younger, I was a little bit smarter than I thought, because I don't know if you can see, I got loop. Oh, it ain't showing up on this thing. Maybe it's showing this way, I can't tell. It's loops. I'll wait till we get you outside. But I got to rig it, and once I get done rigging it, I hope it'll pull off. So I'll bring you back after I got it rigged and ready to lift it off and move it someplace out of my way. So stay tuned. It's probably going to take me, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes, 15 minutes to rig that. Longer than you guys want to see me sit here and goof off. So we'll be back in a little bit. Got to put you back in my pocket. Bye. Well, let's see if we can get lift off. Got my foot stuck, guys. Couldn't get out. Not a good thing. I guess you had a little waiting to do, but that came off there pretty good. Now the boiler itself ain't that easy to pick up. I'm going to take you off the tripod. Boiler's probably only 4 feet tall. A little bit of debris in here. I remember putting chains in it to hold it, and I still have the chains in there to hold it. So I wasn't as goofy as I thought. Chains go down and come up and come down and go up, so they're two-sided. I guess this is the boiler information here, I'm guessing. Huh. Didn't know I had that. Let me clean it off and see what it says. We'll go out there in the sunlight. Of course, you paint it off signs and you rub them a little bit and then you can't see nothing. Looks like it's a MEAR Kane and Friley Type SO. There's the stuff. I'll clean that off later. Got to be pretty gentle with that because you'll wash the paint off. That might be your stamp. There's a stamp like a clover on a boiler that should be on the boiler itself. I don't know what all that says, but I'll put that over here. I'm glad that I found that. That's helpful. Like I said, I'm going to try to sell that beast. All right, I'm going to bring you back after I put that someplace. Oh, here's these things that I was telling you about. I was smart enough to weld, looks like muffler clamps on it. You can, believe it or not, that thing is heavy. Like I said, it's a 1/2 inch, so that's a heavy chunk of steel, but it didn't make any difference. My plan was to, when I was starting to work on a wood boiler many years ago, this wasn't as big as what I needed there, so I made it the size I needed to fit down on top. Then I was going to cut that out for the flue and then just weld in the rest. And then up top, you'd put a flat piece on there, and then you could get in there to clean those tubes out. So you could just, and have the fire underneath, and you got all that surface area on that many tubes. Let me tell you, this thing will put out some heat. Look at all these tubes. But these are actually gas tubes or fuel oil tubes. It happened to be fuel oil because wood tubes are generally 2-inch. But that doesn't look too bad. I'm pretty pleased with it. Pretty good solid looking boiler. This is what, I forget what this is. A lap boiler? I can't remember. Anyhow, I'm going to get this thing out of here. So I'll bring you in. Looks like I just got to hook up hook up this and this and this and this. Might not be too bad. I'll bring it back in a little bit. Like I said, I got to move that other thing out of the way. Oops, there you go. I got to put you back in my pocket. So, get ready to close your eyes. You're going into the dark zone. Well, here it is all rigged up. I'm going to pick it up, take it outside, and instead of letting you guys sitting on the tripod wait for me to get back in, I'll bring you back in when I got outside. And I'm probably going to run up the house and get the leaf blower and blow this out a little bit. It's got a few leaves in there, but actually I'm pretty pleased with the way it looks. So we'll see in a little bit. This is just kind of a quickie update. Bye. Well guys, it's just a hanging there. You got your place for your 3 tricocks, you got your place for your water column, you got your place for this, and you got your place for that, and then you got another place over there for that. You got a valve on there that's probably, I'm guessing it's brass. Yeah, I know it's brass. Anyhow, you got an outlet up there, you got your soft plug right here. Now I don't know whether you guys can read any of this or not. National Board, here's probably a serial number. I think that's the name, KOING. Working pressure 100 pounds. I don't know what this is. I can't really read it. I didn't wire brush it. Here's your shell. I don't know, maybe you can see it better on this side. Here's your shell is 1/4 inch, and here's your top and bottom 3/8. Here's some more numbers over there. Okay, here's a HSS. I can't quite read it. Anyhow, it's got all sorts of good stuff in it. I haven't cleaned it up yet. I should probably paint it. It's got a little bit of surface rust on it, but it's really in good shape. I forget how many tubes are in it. The bottom looks real good too. I'd built a platform of wood when I was young and didn't know how. Those are your bottom now. It's got a few leaves in some of these. Like I said, I haven't blown it out yet. There's the chain. It looks like I cut a hole in the chain, cut a hole in the chain, cut a hole in the chain. So it went down, looped, and came back up. That's pretty good in the old days. And that's what the tubes look like inside, but you really can't see them too well. And I don't know what it looks like down there. There's a bunch of nuts in it down there. No, I'm not in there. But I know there's a bunch of nuts in there. This is a handhold, what they call a handhold. Woo! There's some nuts in there. I don't know whether you can look down in there. I'll blow it out. I might have to even pressure wash it out. I'm not sure, but I don't feel like doing it this time. Here's the worst section of it right here, a little rust, but that's really pretty much all surface rust. That's quality steel. Yeah, can you see the nuts down in there? It's going to take forever to get all the nuts out of this thing. But I'll get them out. I'm not worried about it, or the next person can get them out. I brought a pallet over for that, but I think I'm going to go get the leaf blower and blow it out. The rack, the next leg down on that rack was disintegrated. It was down in the dirt. So I'm pretty pleased with the way it looks, guys. We can make a heck of an outdoor wood boiler with that. So all you got to do is have a pot to put it on. And I do have a pot to put it on. It's over there. We'll walk you over there just for the heck of it. And if the person wants that, they can have that too. I don't know whether I'll get it out or not. It was all lined with fire brick many years ago. But you could I'm getting there. It's probably full of leaves and crud. Like I don't have any crud. Yeah, the fire brick is shot. You can see that. But you cut a door in that and then fill it in there. You could have this thing making steam in a couple days work without any problem at all. Oh, I'm stuck on everything here. Rust spots. Yeah, that's my cavern in there. And I think I told you that I found the handholds. I got new gaskets for that too. I'm crazy, man. I was something else back then. Now I don't know what I am. So I'm gonna run up the house, get the leaf blower, and see if I can't get some of the nuts out. I'll probably have to set it on its side to get them out. Make them, or turn it upside down. But they don't come out the top, they're inside. That was the stupidest thing I did was, I guess I was ordering handholds, and what I did is didn't put them back in there, and then the mice over the years filled that up. There's probably 2 inches of mouse stuff in there, so that might be the worst part of it. We'll blow it off. I should probably just take it up and set it down up next to the house. Anyhow, that's what we're looking at. We'll see you later. Do me a favor. Like I said, you're going to find stuff here that you ain't never found in any other place, and I'm always into something different. I'm going to put that on, probably put $1,000 price tag on it, and go from there. It might go up, might go down. I don't really know. I could hydro test it. I'd have to block all these. I guess block that. You got a lot of stuff to cap off to hydro it. You'd have to go up to 125. I think you have to go 25% higher. I have to look at my book. I don't remember anymore. And or I could call a friend maybe. Anyhow, that's it for today. I'm gonna finish playing with this, and my battery light's flashing like big time. So we'll see you later now. Bye bye.